Hey everyone, in this video we are going to talk about how much is a dollar really worth. So let's jump right in. Hey everyone, this is Lauren Mack with Hacking the Rat Race, and I would love for you to hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss any more videos on money, saving, and investing. Quickly before we jump in, I would just like to say that this is pulled from a lecture from my early retirement and passive income investing masterclass on Udemy, so I'll put a link in the show notes below in case you want to check it out there. Alright, so let's get started looking at how much is a dollar really worth. In this lecture, we're going to examine how much is a dollar really worth. This is a really important lecture and has a large impact when looking at future concepts in this course. I'm going to be using the dollar as the currency here, but the concepts apply to any currency. So isn't a dollar just worth a dollar? Or a rupee worth a rupee, or a euro worth a euro? It is a means of currency, so isn't that its actual value? When you consider inflation, which we just discussed in the previous lecture, does that affect a dollar being worth a dollar? What if you consider taxes on a dollar earned? What if you consider its earning potential? Once you start examining these questions, you really wonder, is a dollar only worth a dollar? So let's first consider the impact taxes have on bringing home a dollar. First, it's important to find out which income tax bracket you fall into. A tax bracket is a percentage you owe in taxes depending on the amount of money you make in a year. We'll look at an example next. Some countries just have a set income tax percentage regardless of your income. In that case, you would just take that percentage. As you can see here, according to the IRS, which stands for Internal Revenue Service in the US, these are the 2020 tax brackets. It's important for you to also find out what percentage of your income you pay in taxes. So for the next example, we're going to use the 22% income tax bracket. In this example, we're going to look at the cost it takes to actually bring home a dollar if you're in the 22% tax bracket. You can determine this by multiplying $1 by 0.22, which is the 22% tax bracket, and that equals $1.22. This means that in order for you to actually bring home $1, you have to earn $1.22. We previously went over inflation in the last lecture, so I won't spend too much time on it here. But as we saw with inflation in the last lecture, how it can affect a dollar over time. So with inflation, if you use the 3% calculated and multiply by 25 rule, then year over year, inflation needs to be accounted for when determining how much a dollar is worth. In this example, we're going to look at the cost it takes to actually bring home a dollar when accounting for inflation using the 3% that is used in the multiply by 25 rule. Please note, this inflation percentage of 3% is normally used when calculating long-term inflation, but it makes for an easy example. So basically, you would take the dollar times 0.03, which would be the 3% inflation rate, and that would mean you must earn $1.03 to have $1. So now let's look at future return on investment. The future return on that dollar's investment impacts the value of that dollar and what it's actually worth. So in this example, we're going to look at a return of investment of 7%. If you recall the multiply by 25 rule, this was the return on investment needed to make that calculation. So if you take the dollar and you multiply it by 0.07, which is a 7% return on investment, you would get $1.07. So if you were to have invested that dollar with a 7% return on investment, then that dollar would have actually been worth $1.07 invested. It is important to keep this in the back of your mind as we go through the course. When discussing savings and investing dollars, that a dollar isn't always just a dollar. Thank you so much for watching this video, and don't forget, if you're interested in checking out my early retirement and passive income investing masterclass, I will have a link to it in the show notes below. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss any more videos on money, saving, and investing. Thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.